Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Aokana. So, I still have no idea how I should be splitting the episodes for people on YouTube. So right now, I'm doing Aokana and also Venus Blood Frontier as a Let's Play at the same time. 3 episodes for Aokana and then 2 episodes for Venus Blood. I was thinking about just doing the upload just as I was recording them, but maybe it might be a good idea for me to just do one series at a time on YouTube. But yeah, Patreon actually just made this thing called free members on their site, so I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing on it, but I'm thinking about probably just putting episode 1 of, you know, the stuff that I haven't been putting on YouTube yet on Patreon. So, you know, you guys, if you just want to join a Patreon, it's like a taste of what you can get, right? I don't know if I can actually still put H content on Patreon, at least on their like default player, right? Their default video hosting site. I actually use Mega instead of their default video hosting site, which is, I think, Vimeo. But yeah, I think I will start doing that for people on Patreon. So if you guys are on YouTube and you want to see this quickly, do go to the Patreon, which I guess it's a bit weird considering this episode will not be airing until, what, February? So, I don't know, I probably won't be making an update or anything on YouTube. But when this video is up, you can probably check the Patreon and there'll be a shit ton more content there. So yeah, enough about that. Let's actually... Well, I was gonna talk about my day, but there hasn't really been much going on. Just got back from the gym, haven't eaten anything. But there was a power surge before I started recording, so thankfully I didn't start recording after I went home. There was an update for Baldur's Gate 3, so I was downloading that. But that got disrupted by the power surge. It was like, what, only a 5-minute one, so super annoying. So let's actually do the last episode recap after I load the game here. Why are they transparent? Did I fuck up the save file or some shit? But anyway, let me do a quick episode recap. On the last episode, we actually trained how to do a flying circus. You know, we got to know the, like, positions, or not positions, I guess. The type of person that would usually do flying circus. So there's like a speedster, an all-rounder, and then a fighter. Which, as the name implies, you know, a speedster just goes for boy to get some points. Fighters try to get the speedsters back and then score points by doing that. And then the all-rounder is like a combination of both. And then right after that, we got ourselves some shoes from the shop. Which I think Masaki is a fighter, and then Asuka is an all-rounder for now. Though I don't remember what the hell Arisaka's or Mashiro's shoes were. Maybe it's also an all-rounder, but I could be mistaken. So yeah, this is exactly right after the trip from the shopping. So let us continue, shall we? Yeah, I think my saving just fucked up their transparency or opacity. No. Says who? I actually love sweets a lot more than salty stuff. But I guess it depends on what I'm in the mood for that day. That's not the issue here. I'm saying we can't use club funds on food.
だったらマサヤがご馳走してよ。
Why would I do that exactly?
それはマサヤ先輩のためでもあるんですよ。
How?
だって選手とコーチの間には信頼関係が必要なんですよね。何かをご馳走すればそれが気づけるのでは？
Are you guys really that easy?
真っ白いいことを言った。じゃあ今日のところはラーメンで。
Hold on! I'd go broke if I paid for all of you. 4 times 650 yen makes 2,600 yen. Wow, they actually made the ramen price like noticeable, or you know, we're able to know what the ramen price is, but they are not gonna tell us how much the graph shoes were? Fuck off, game. I think knowing the graph shoes price is actually a lot more important than knowing how much a bowl of ramen costs.
大丈夫。餃子は2人で1皿にするから。
You're planning on ordering more than just ramen?
ラーメンと餃子は私も大賛成なんですけど。やったー！
Et tu, brute.
ですけど、その自分勝手なことを言って申し訳ないんですけど、このクラッシュで飛んでみたいんです。
I wonder what made Et tu popular. I get how you feel, but can't that wait?
それじゃ
あ Asuka doesn't seem to be backing down at all.
皆さんは何か食べに行っていただいても、私だけ学園に戻って。
ストップストップ。アスカを1人にできるわけないってば。付き合うに決まってるじゃない。そんなキラキラしたお目目で言われたら断れないからね。
ですよね。
Why don't the two of you learn from her? Okay, let's head back to school for our first test flight.
はい、ありがとうございます。
I feel like Asuka, being super motivated here, kind of is a bit overbearing. Like, I get it that she wants to do stuff herself, but it also makes it really difficult for other people to, you know, just leave her to her own devices. In a more adult setting, I'm guessing Asuka is like the first, you know, one of those guys that's a first graduate, or not a first graduate, a fresh graduate that comes to work in a job, and then she kind of wants to try and, I don't know, change the hierarchy? Well, not the hierarchy, but more like change how stuff works, right? Because they're way too motivated and try to want to make everything effective, I guess. But maybe that's different. Maybe this is like a single... what's the word I'm looking for? A single person kind of thing. Not really a team player thing.
あれ？グラウンドに誰もいないね。
None of the sports club are using the field, huh? We're in luck.
はい。ユニフォームに着替えなくていいんですか？
Nah, we're just testing stuff out right now. I'll head up there first.
コーチも一緒に飛ぶんですか？
No, I'm going to watch you from above.
下から見るより上から見る方が飛行姿勢がよく見えるとかあるの？
No, that's not it. Listen, this may be just a test flight, but you're still going to do some loops and take positions where you're flying upright.
まあせっかくだから普通の暮らしだとしづらいことをしてみるとは思うけど。
わかりました。パンツですよ、パンツ。
We've been over this, Mashiro, but the anti-gravity thing makes it so that your skirt doesn't even, you know, go up.
パンツ？あ、パンチラだ。まさやいやらしい。
いやらしさ爆発ですね。
I'm staying above you to avoid seeing your panties, so I'm clearly not. Asuka tries to speak with me with a blush on her face.
私、そういうの り気にしてなかったんですけど、もしかして日常的にパンツを見せて飛んでいましたか？
And here goes the Japanese writing. God damn it, this game.
クラスのみんなに知女だと思われてるかもね。
かわいそうですけど、あだ名はパンツでしょうね。私、影でパンツ扱いですか？
Cut it out. Don't worry. No one's seen your panties.
そうなんですか？でも、下から覗かれてしまったら。
You couldn't see Mashiro's panties when she was out of control earlier, right? The membrane goes over your skirt, so it doesn't flutter much. I guess the only way you'd be able to see people's panties when they're flying is when you're directly above them and when they're upright. Not when they're, you know, motioning forward.
でも、下から見たらそんなの関係なく見えてしまうんじゃないですか？
Not really. You tilt forward when you're flying, right? Yeah, exactly what I thought. That keeps people directly below you from seeing anything. You'd have to look from a really weird angle to get even a tiny peek.
そうなんですか？
I wouldn't doubt Japanese people to be that perverted. Not just Japanese, I guess. A lot of people. Say there's a girl in a short skirt who's walking up the stairs ahead of you. You might think you'd be able to see her panties, but in reality, it's not that simple. This is the same.
マサヤはスカートの短い女の子がいたらそんなことばかり考えてるんだ。
No?
マサヤさんって。
Trust me!
アスカ先輩、そこら辺は察しても気づかないふりをしてあげるのが女の度量というものですよ。
そうそう。
Whatever, man.
そういうものでしたか。
I'm too old for this conversation, dude. Look!
マサヤさん、私何も思ってませんから。
No, you clearly don't.
わかってます。
Asuka says as she nods her head. Yeah, she totally thinks I'm some massive perv. Well, whatever. Anyway, I'm heading up now. Put on your graph shoes and join me when you're ready.
じゃ、行くよ。初飛行。
Misaki shoots upward right away, but she can't keep herself even remotely straight.
よっと。おっと。お。
It's like she's walking on a tightrope. She's clearly... Oh, sorry. She's wearing levitanes, so simply hovering probably takes up all her energy.
私も行きます。
Asuka seems to almost trip and fall upward. I fly over to Asuka in an attempt to assist her. Calm down. First, direct your eyes into the distance. Focus on the horizon. Man, really, learning the mechanics about flying circus makes me, you know, wish there was some sort of cycling visual novel that I would enjoy. Like, learning this mechanic and getting into the sport feels really nice, but I'm a cyclist, man. I really want to see people enjoying cycling. And I feel a bit envious because the fact that flying circus seems like a sport that's very safe, unlike cycling, where if you were to try to go super fast or, yeah, if you were to try to do anything remotely competitive, it'd be very, very dangerous. Since there's multiple crashes happening when you're racing and cycling. Now make the soles of your feet face the ground. Once you manage that, try and tilt forward slowly. Asuka follows my instructions to the letter. However, she keeps swaying left and right. I suppose that's because she changed shoes before even getting used to her first pair.
通学に使ってるグラスとは全然違います。すごく過敏に反 動します。あと体がキュッと締め付けられているような気が。
Yeah, those are the two main differences between FC and civilian graph shoes. I'm sure you'll enjoy these a lot more once you get used to them.
頑張ります。あ、マスヤさん、私のかかとからコントレールが出てます。
Well, yeah, you're wearing FC graph shoes. Okay, this is a good chance to explain one last thing to you. Hey, Misaki, can you fly over to Asuka and turn your back to her?
え、ああ、なるほどね。はいはい。
Misaki raises her hand to signal that she understands, then wobbles her way over to Asuka.
準備できたよ
Asuka, go ahead and touch Misaki's back lightly.
タッチですか？あ、はい、わかりました。
いいよ
The moment Asuka's hand comes into contact with Misaki's body, a red triangle appears and the force of repulsion pushes them away from each other.
ポイントフィールドですよね。私がドッグファイトで測定したってことですね。
So that happens even when you're not in a match. I guess it's just a default mechanism that happens when you're flying. Glad you remember.
じゃ、今度はこっちからタッチしちゃおう。いくよアスカー。
Misaki wobbles behind Asuka, startling her. She tries to resist, but finds herself unable to fly well enough to escape. The point field appears, signifying that Misaki has scored. Hey, you need to get the okay before you touch someone's back during practice.
皆さん、見てください。私もちゃんと飛べてますよ。
Jesus, your shoes look super big on your feet. Wow, you're doing great. Those graph shoes may be for beginners, but they're still fighter shoes. Oh, she's a fighter too. Flying in them is pretty difficult.
いいぞマシロー。よーし、そこで大回転だ。
任せてください。
I sure hope you do. Most people can pull that off in normal graph shoes. Guess there's no need to worry.
行きますよ。えい、あれ、
She fails spectacularly. Mashiro didn't gain enough speed, so she stalled near the turning point of the loop. She proceeds to fall diagonally downward as she spins sideways. Maybe she strained her body in an attempt to somehow complete the loop.
マシロちゃん。海崎先輩、助けてください。
Of course this would happen. Damn you, Japanese writing!
ごめん、助けたいけど、今の私はまっすぐ飛ぶことさえできないから。
I approach Mashiro and remind her of my lesson from earlier. Regain balance by spreading your arms and legs.
ん？でもマサヤがその位置だったら、両手両足を広げたらパンツが見えるんじゃない？
I mean, I'm already seeing it though, Misaki. Mashiro covers her crotch with her hands and presses her legs together. Idiot! If you do that now...
パンツがちゃんと見えませんか？
No! She'll have even less control! In figure skating, drawing in your arms make you spin faster and stretching them slows it down. Same rules apply here. It's a law of conservation of angular momentum. I'm telling you to spread your arms and legs!
でもそんなことしたらパンツが。
I swear I don't care about your panties!
気にされないのは気にされないで不愉快です。
What do you expect me to do? It kind of feels like the outline of her bottom part is moving somewhat, right? I don't know if you guys can somewhat see it, because it seems like there's a shadow on her arms and skirt. Even on the panties, I think. At least on the, you know, the strings that are attached to the legs. Or thighs, I guess.
目をそらせばいいのでは？
Alright. I'm not looking anymore. Spread your arms and legs now. Hurry!
止まりました。
Good grief. Mashiro flies over to me as soon as she's back in control.
私のパンツは何色でしたか？
Was it like pink? I don't know, kind of like reddish pink, I guess. I didn't really get a clear look at them, but I think magenta pink. However, rainbow colored, I think. I'd have to be an idiot to answer, honestly.
七色のパンツなんか売ってません。嘘をつくならもっとちゃんとついてください。
That's a weird thing to get mad over. Didn't she just say a good woman has to let things slide once in a while? None of you should be flying loops today. It's a little too dangerous to try that right off the bat. In more ways than one. Looping as in, like, you know, making a circle, like, vertically, right? I don't think they're talking about going into a loop in the arena.
本当に通学用のグラシとは全然違いますね。どこまでも行けそうだし、スピードがすごく出そうです。
Some people compare it to the difference between normal cars and sports cars.
自動車のことは詳しくないですけど、なんとなくわかる気がします。
I mean, I don't drive, so I don't know, but I guess it's the difference between a normal bike and like a road bike.
私はまだまっすぐ飛ぶことさえできないけどね。
Well, you chose to go with a race car instead. Everything's going well right now, but once actual practice starts, am I going to be able to coach them properly? I keep watching the three of them from above with that single question running through my mind all the while. It's after dinner now. Who's the other girl that we haven't really talked too much about? Ichino says something, man. Not being able to remember her first name actually bugs me. I'm trying to search for effective FC training methods on the internet, but it's just not working. I let go of my mouse and sink into my chair. For some reason, I can't connect to the internet. Maybe there's a problem with the connection, or maybe the router is broken. Who knows? I've tried clicking different buttons on the control panel, but I'm not very computer savvy, so that turned up nothing. Sometimes all you need is just to replug your modem and router, because it might be overheating or something, Messiah. I gave up. Left with no other option, I unplugged the modem. After a few seconds, my mom, who is downstairs, starts complaining about having lost her internet connection. I quickly explained the situation to her. I'll plug the modem back in tomorrow and see if anything's changed. If not, I'll probably have to call someone. You don't really need to wait until tomorrow. You just need to wait like, what, 30 seconds? And then replug it? Well, 1 or 2 days is nothing. Life without internet isn't all bad. I can just use my free time on other stuff. I don't know, man. I have been living without internet when I was in like high school and middle school. And it was okay because, like, you know, school was taking up most of my free time. But now that I'm old, or, you know, now that I'm like much more of an old guy, I feel like without the internet, it's really difficult for me to try to find something to do. At least at home. When I'm outside, it's still pretty easy. A while back, I even started disassembling a pair of graph shoes to learn more about their inner working. What's that? I think I just heard the sound of someone opening the window across from mine. That would be Ichinose's place. Guess that must be her. Should I say something? No, we aren't really close enough for me to just pop my head out with a good evening. Hell, she probably thinks I'm a peeping Tom because of what happened the other day. Better ignore it. Need to avoid any further misunderstandings. Okay, it's Rika. I can't believe I forgot a name that simple, Rika. How am I supposed to ignore that? What's behind the curtain? I really want to know. Hold up. This is my room. Aren't I being a bit too considerate here? I knock on my window, deciding to at least give her fair warning. Is it safe for me to look over, Ichinose? I guess she's also not getting any Wi-Fi. Ichinose looks at me and freezes. She's holding up a laptop toward the sky. Is she offering it to a god or something? Ichinose's face flushes red. I don't really get what's going on. Did I end up seeing something private again? Okay, good night. She stops as I'm about to close my window. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Wow, she has, it kind of feels like her, desk is directly in front of the window. That's kind of nice, because we get a very full view of what her room looks like. I'm guessing that thing on the left is like the bed, which we can only see partial of. Or maybe that's just a wall shelf thing. Seems she's back to normal. You don't have to tell me anything. Oh. Guess we're in the same boat. I see. That's why you... Wait, that's the reason she tried something so ridiculous? It looked like something out of an old movie I saw. In it, the person was fiddling with the antenna on their boombox and stretching it out toward the sky to try and get a more clear audio feed. Oh, okay. We're even more similar than I thought. Ichinose hangs her head. She seems pretty depressed. What's wrong? That's all? Huh? Ichinose starts explaining the situation to me, even though I never asked her to. Maybe she's actually mad. I should act understanding here and let her blow off some steam. Damn, there sure are some bad schools out there. Didn't you start it? True. I was gonna say, you're probably happy that I, you know, kinda stuck up for you there. That wasn't really what I was trying to do. I don't think it's going to be our school. I don't think our school does anything weird. I see. I nod in response. You know, as surprising as this is, even though I am pretty computer savvy, I don't really know too much about the internet and how it works. I know it comes from, you know, one of the coaxial cables that are connected from my ISP to my house. But that's about all I know, right? When there's something going on, I either just unplug the modem and router or call them up to see if there's actually something that's wrong. Sometimes they'd call it or they'd make a technician come and check what's actually going on. But most of the time, it's because the wiring here is so bad that some houses actually have, you know, they would already cut off their internet from that ISP, but the technician here is so lazy to not get rid of all the cables, they just cut it, right? And sometimes when they cut those wires, it actually cuts a different wire from the house that was supposed to be cut. I've actually experienced that before, and I have no internet for 3 days. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
両親が毎日残業で遅いことは仕方ないというか、でもこんな日はいてくれたらなと。
Just wait until tomorrow. One day without internet is no big deal, right? If you got a shitload of visual novels like I do, not too bad, Messiah. I've already thought of a bunch of stuff to do during the downtime.
そうですよね。
Damn. She looked dead inside before she forced that smile into her face. We are at the age of technology, Messiah. Without the internet, it's pretty difficult to, you know, focus on something. Sure hope that was just my imagination. Let me take a look at it. Your laptop, I mean. Ichinose processes my requests as her eyes wander between me and her laptop. How close are these windows for her to just start chucking the laptop to my house? Is the house really that, like, close? After a few moments, she tightly hugs her laptop. Wow, overprotective much?
もしかして悪いこと考えてます？
I'm only trying to help fix your internet connection. Guess she thinks I'm a repeat offender. Well, putting that aside, if it's a simple issue, I might be able to fix it. I tend to work a lot better when I'm trying to help others. Sure, man. Sure you do. And based on what I've seen, I'm a lot more computer literate than her. Just so happens that we had a similar issue earlier. I still haven't fixed that one, but she doesn't need to know that.
本当ですか？でもやっぱり
What's the problem?
こういうのとか携帯って個人情報の塊ですから。
I'll go grab my graph shoes. It'll be fine if you watch me work, right?
でしたら私も。
Can't you just like go into her room or she go into your room or something? But I guess this is that type of story that focuses a lot on graph shoes. And so, the two of us float through our respective windows with our graph shoes. That way, Ichinose can watch as I attempt to solve her problems. Okay, let's see. I moved the cursor around and checked the status of her Wi-Fi adapter.
さっきの気を悪くされました？
What are you talking about? I asked without tearing my way away from the screen.
ノート PC をお渡ししなかったことです。
I think that's pretty reasonable.
自衛はしとかないとって思ったんですが、自分でも自意識過剰かなとか鬱陶しいかもって。
I mean, if I were a bad person, I could probably put in some malware or something on your PC. Oh no, not at all. Honestly, that impressed me. You seem really mature. We're practically strangers, so she made the smart choice. When you think about it, my request was pretty suspicious. She was right to say no.
そう言っていただけますと助かります。
Good. Oh, I know what the problem is.
何かわかりましたか？
I have.
もうですか？
Yeah. It was a far simpler issue than I initially thought. Ichinose's laptop is picking up over 10 available networks right now. What the hell? You're one of those guys that put the taskbar in at the top? Or what, is this Apple? No, the network settings window kind of seems to suggest this is supposed to be Windows. I don't know, maybe this is actually Apple. The very same networks my computer can see, in fact. However, that's only happening because the default network is down. In other words, we have the same issue. Either the modem or router is busted. I find one network with a particularly strong signal as I scroll through the list. This place must be nearby. I try connecting to it, but a password prompt gets in my way.
治ります？
I feel sorry for Ichinose, who's looking at me with a mix of anxiety and anticipation in her eyes. But there's nothing either of us can do. Can't believe we're having the exact same issue at the exact same time. What are the chances? If you're using the same ISP, I think that's a common occurrence. They're probably using the same cable for connecting it to the same neighborhood. Must be higher than winning the lottery at least. I go through all the same steps as earlier to solidify my hunch, then... Wait.
どうされました？
Hold on. I take another look at the list of networks. Maybe. There's only a small chance this works, but it's worth a shot.
どちらに行かれるんです？
I'll be right back. I return to my room, plug the modem in, and then float back over to Ichinose.
すごい！治ってます！
So she's using my connection? Wow, that actually fixed Ichinose's internet connection.
どうされたんですか？
Ichinose is starry-eyed as she looks up at me. Sorry, but it's only a temporary fix. I can't tell her the truth. I mean, how would I even explain this to her? I doubt she was doing it on purpose, but it looks like she's been using our internet this whole time. Really? Are you serious? Does her home not have an internet connection yet? That might be the case. Her internet connection must have disappeared the moment I unplugged the modem. She was in the same boat as my mom, not me. I never bothered setting a password, which meant anyone could freely connect to our network. That's not a very good idea, Messiah. What the fuck? Ichinose's laptop just so happened to pick ours and set it as the default connection when she first moved in. The other strong, password-protected network on the list must be hers. I'd like to fix this right away. There's probably a sticker with the password somewhere in the router. But if I'm wrong, Ichinose will be left with no internet for the rest of the night. After all, there's no way she'd continue to use ours if I point out the mistake she made. Well, she just wanted me to get her internet back, so mission accomplished, I guess. It'll do for now, but you should have your parents take a look at your network list when they have some time.
接続先ですね。はい、わかりました。
Hopefully your parents notice the mistake and deal with it on their own.
ありがとうございます。
No, I should be thanking you.
はい、どうしてひなたさんが？
Don't worry about it. She unintentionally helped me realize that the problem is my computer.
これでさっきの話を友達に相談できます。
Just troubleshoot your computer or something, Messiah. Usually all you need to do is reset your computer. Huh? That's why you were so worried about not having internet? Wait, what'd she say? Okay. She's just chatting with her friends.
さあ、どうでしょう。
Ichinose appears to be in high spirits again. Glad I could help.
本当にお世話になりました。改めてお礼を。
Don't worry about it.
でも、ひなたさんにはずっと。
You know, I feel like the situation that we have with Ichinose is a lot more personal and a lot more intimate than everyone else that we, you know, talk with at school so far, because it's always a single one-on-one conversation. While with Asuka, Misaki, and Mashiro, most of the time it's actually 3-on-1. So this is actually a very nice atmosphere that they have going on. Ichinose starts to get all serious. I feel like this will go on forever if I don't nip it in the bud. Well, it's good that your internet is working again. Night! That's supposed to fix shit? I hurriedly flee back into my room.
そうだ、また着替えのこと謝るの忘れちゃってた。もう私、しっかりしてよ。
After I get back in my room, I take off my graph shoes and let out a deep breath. I just can't get used to how serious she is all the time. Still, I'm glad things turned out okay. Alright, time to go get cracking. No need to study up on FC, there we go. I have to earn the right to call myself their coach. Later that night, I find out why I can't connect to the internet. It's a really stupid reason, too. The Wi-Fi dongle fell out on its own. Can't believe I didn't notice. Really? That should be very noticeable if you don't have like a list of connections that you can connect on. Wow. Are you serious? That's like not a good excuse at all, because he was looking at the internet connection or the available Wi-Fi on, damn it, Rika's PC, or sorry, laptop. There we go. I actually remember her name this time. I take a couple of deep breaths after I land next to the abandoned bus that has become our club room. Today is our first real day of training. I came up with a schedule, but it's only good in theory. Jury's still out on how well it'll work in practice. What if I fail as a coach? I hope I do a good job. Wait, where is everyone? Strange. It was my turn to clean the restroom, so Asuka and Misaki left school before me. I look up at the sky. Doesn't seem like they're out warming up. Huh? Something's different. All the window shades on the bus are down. Did we leave them like that after cleaning the place up? No, they're probably changing, damn it. Don't do this, Messiah! I do remember Misaki messing around with them. I walk over to a window and peek through a part of the shade that isn't fully covering. Ah! Of course, Messiah. Of course. What the? I feel like I've been run over by a truck. My heart's almost leaping out of my chest. And I mean that literally, not figuratively. This should be fine though. There's nothing to see here, YouTube. It's fine. What the hell is going on? No, wait. I know exactly what this is. When you speed up with graph shoes, a sort of numb feeling fills your legs. And my legs feel pretty similar right about now. Part of my flustered mind knows it's better to get away from the window, but... typo? Well, that's a really hard choice to make. What man wouldn't be conflicted in my shoes? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't really peek on someone all that much. Heck, I don't think I've ever peeked on anyone. Maybe when I was a kid? But that's kind of like unintentional. I mean, come on! It's only natural for me to want to keep watching these girls get changed. I gulp down my saliva. Damn it! A sense of regret courses through my head. If only I'd gotten here sooner. What the fuck, man? Asuka and Masha are already done changing. Even 20 seconds earlier would have been a huge improvement. This guy is a fucking pervert, dude. And he kept denying it too on the last scene. Man, I'm sounding like a real scumbag, huh? But I just can't help it. I've got no way to hold back my urges. Not when... Sure, get a close-up for all I care. Misaki is practically naked. I can't take my eyes off her. I know this makes me some sort of dirty degenerate, but... just this once. I'm okay with that. God, she's taking practically forever to put that suit over her leg. If she lowers her knee some more, I'll see her. I know I've fallen into total creeper territory, but I can't help wishing that happened.
これをここに通してと結構着るのが大変ですね。そうですね。
I'm gonna pick a, or you know, like pick a gander, is that how the saying goes? And say that this is the OST when there's a sex scene involved in the far, far future when we're actually in a route.
練習用の服ならもっと楽なんだけどね。
Why does Asuka's suit have that extra flap on the front? Mashiro doesn't seem to have it.
でも最初の練習日は記念の日ですから。
気合を入れるためにも試合用のユニフォームね。マシロ、どうかしたの？
さっきから様子が少し変ですよね。
I mean, you're basically, you know, practically wearing nothing. Sort of reminds me of the plug suit from Evangelion.
いや、美咲先輩の着替え方は大胆だなと。
そう？
あ、それは私も思ってました。普通はもっと恥ずかしそうに隠しながら着替えますよね。
That's a pretty fair assumption.
やっぱり体に自信があるからでしょうか。
Well, she's probably just confident about her body. Doesn't necessarily mean that she wants to show it off.
いや、別にそういうわけじゃないけど、そういうの面倒じゃない？女の子同士なわけだし。
それはそうですけど、なかなか真似できません。
それじゃあもっと恥ずかしがった方がいいかな。隠したりとか？
半分正しいですけど、半分間違っています。
I don't know if this is a common occurrence with girls, but I know for a fact that guys usually hide their junk when they're changing. It's kind of rare for you to see people's junk when you're changing. Yeah, see, the thing about this changing sequence that's super weird is the fact that they're not wearing any fucking underwear. If they were fucking wearing underwear, it would be a lot less uncomfortable, I guess.
どういうこと？
もっと恥ずかしそうにしつつ隠したりせずにもっと大胆になりましょう。
すごいこと言い出したな。
そっちの方がなんて言えばいいんでしょうか。
I don't know. Oh, sorry. I thought she was done. I was gonna say, I don't know if I told you guys this, but in cycling, we also wear cycling specific clothes. We wear this thing called the bib shorts, and you also don't wear any underwear when using it. Maybe some women actually wear it within my community because they're not comfortable with it. But for the most part, if people are super serious about cycling, they wouldn't wear underwear. It would chafe your skin because you're pedaling so much.
そそるんだ。
せめて可愛いとか萌えとかの表現の方が。いえ、私はそんな言葉で自分の心に嘘をつきません。そそります。
そんなこと力説されても。
Our suit don't really show this much skin though. This is like I don't know. Well, I guess I know why they put like transparent like parts on their suit. It's mostly just to attract the perverts, really.
美咲先輩が可愛いからしょうがないんです。
Nice work, Mashiro. Now, all Misaki has to do is listen to her and
もうちょっと膝を下げてくれれば胸が全部見えるのにね。
yeah, but there's still a chance that she
意外と根性があるね。
That's way off base. I'm just so startled that I have no clue how to react. Gah! How much hush money is this gonna take? How does she know about this? Like, if she were to whisper to me, isn't it weird that she would be whispering from way back there?
とりあえずそこから顔を離した方がいいと思うけどな。
Shit! Damn it! Another 10 seconds and I would have been in heaven! Ah! Oh, okay, it's Madoka. Okay, my bad. I thought that was actually Mashiro talking. I let out a quiet groan as I turned to face Madoka. I never intended to peep. Please believe me.
なるほどなるほど。で、ど
I was wondering why the shades were closed, so I went over to the window, and then things ended up like this. What are you gonna do with me? Ah, very typical Japanese writing. Shades are down, I don't know what the hell is going on inside. Sure, my friend.
コーチが初日から覗きをしてたってバレたら士気が怒涛の勢いで落ちるだろうから今回は秘密にしておいてあげるよ。
My deepest gratitude, oh gracious Madoka. I end up responding in a far too polite tone.
ま、年明けまではね。
What's up with Christmas?
だってお年玉もらうでしょ。その時にそのお金でどうにかしてもらうから。
I don't think you necessarily get money on Christmas. Maybe New Year's, Madoka. Guess she isn't all that forgiving.
とにかくこんなことしたらダメだよ、コーチ。
I deeply regret my actions. The bus's door opens with a creak.
あ、コーチとまどかちゃんだ。
そんなとこに立ってまさか覗いてたりとか？
覗いてたよ。みんなの着替えをしっかり見ちゃったね。
Don't even joke about that! I'm guessing she thought it would be more natural to crack a joke, but her words have me on edge.
マサヤ先輩にそんなことする度胸なんかないですよ。
Ah, that's what you think, Mashiro. All men are beasts, man. You don't understand.
いやいや、こう見えてマサヤは男らしいとこがあるからね。
Not really. I'm practically a beta male. Oh my god, I actually like the fact that he just says that. So stupid. I get an adjective with any suspicion. Asuka, on the other hand, seems to be retreating inward.
でもぴったりしているからちょっと恥ずかしいです。そうですよね。腕の置き場に困る感じがありますよね。胸を隠すのが自意識過剰な気がしますけど、だからといって隠さずにいるのも不安というか。
Definitely the transparent part is unneeded. I mean, I get the fact that they're supposed to be tight for aerodynamic, but yeah, the transparent part is so unneeded. Misaki's was actually really nice looking. Yeah, see?
ちゃんは堂々としてるね。
Well, it's like black, so you don't really see the skin that's supposed to be there.
そういうのは慣れだって。水泳だって最初は水着が恥ずかしいけど、泳いでるうちにどうでもよくなるじゃない？
Oh wait, I'm actually noticing that the fact that the transparent stuff is not the black part. It's the yellowish color, damn it.
確かに最初はバスタオルで隠しながら歩いているのに、帰りは水着姿でスタスタしてること多いです。
I don't know how common this is outside of Indonesia. I know that bikinis are a thing that people wear when they go to the beach and stuff. But here in Indonesia, you kinda rarely see people wear bikinis. One, I think most girls are not confident enough to show off their body. And two, I guess it's just not part of their culture. Usually they'd either wear a onesie or... yeah, a onesie probably, for the most part. No bikinis. Maybe it's a lot more common in Japan, but I also never went to the beach there.
どうせそうなるって分かってるんだから、最初から堂々としてればいいの。それに恥ずかしがってたらマサヤが喜んじゃうし。
She didn't say it's a huge turn on. She says, I'm gonna be happy.
そうなんですか？
Of course not. Oh man, such an awkward laugh.
反応が何かおかしくありませんか？動揺しすぎですよ。
I'd never do that. Trust me. Don't believe her lies. I haven't done anything wrong.
おう、みんな、もう集合してたのか。
Prez lands next to us. Looks like he got changed back at school. Great timing. Prez proceeds to nod to himself over and over again as he looks around at us.
俺はもう一人じゃないんだ。感動だ。
Okay, I just took a look at the recording time and I'm super surprised. It's already been 55 minutes? It didn't feel that way. Holy shit. Time goes by pretty fast.
みんなフライングスーツを着ると復活するぞって感じだね。身も心も引き締まる感じがします。ちょっと可愛すぎる気もしますけど、水着っぽくなってるとことか。
可愛いのはいいことだよ、真っ白。
そうですね。美咲先輩の可愛い姿を見れて楽しいです。
ただ問題なのは、これって着替えるときに裸にならなきゃいけないってことだよね。
Yeah, so it's just like cycling. They aren't really wearing underwear. My throat dries up in an instant. Why are you looking at me and Prez like that?
己の筋肉以上に愛する体などはない。大体そんな真似をするほど俺も日向も卑怯な男ではない。
Sure, Shion. Ha ha! He's right on all accounts.
美咲先輩を覗きたくなったら私に言ってください。私が犠牲になりますから。
Okay, that's kind of weird, Mashiro, but alright.
そんなこと言わないで、真っ白。その時は二人で一緒に犠牲になりましょう。
ああ、二人だけでずるいです。私も犠牲に混ぜてください。
Does Asuka even get what she's saying? You're worrying about nothing. Neither of us would ever do that. Sorry, I was trying to say that sentence in a more weird way, but it kind of sounded off.
だよね。
I mean, it would destroy any sense of trust between us.
さすが、よくわかってる。
I clap my cheeks with both my hands to dispel all distracting thoughts. Okay, back to business. Enough fan service. Okay, today's the day we finally get started with real practice. But before that, there's something I need to confirm with you.
なに私の好きな人は誰でしょうということ？
Why would I care about something like that? Geez, there's so many typos in this translation.
話とか言うな。
I'm talking about setting our goals. It's hard to keep motivated when you're not working toward anything.
私は面白ければ何でもいいけどな。
私も一緒です。
Fun is definitely important, but that can't be a goal on its own.
どうしてさ？
Because that wouldn't boost our morale. If we set that as our goal, everyone would lose focus when we do any intense training. That's true?
やはり悲願の県大会1回戦突破だ。
いいちゃん、それって悲しくない？
How hard is that? A good goal is something that motivates people, so how about we aim a little higher?
ならば2回戦突破だ。
全国大会優勝を狙います。
That's aiming a little too high. Let's keep it to something more realistic.
文句ばかり言って。だったらマサヤが決めたら？
He set the prefectuals, right? Or something? Yeah, the prefectural tournament. I guess there's no like requirement to join it, so getting past the first round. Beating our first opponent doesn't seem like a bad idea, to be honest. Depends on how long the prefectural matches are gonna be, though. If it's like in a month, I think winning your first match should be a good enough achievement, right? But maybe if it's in a year, yeah, that is making it a bit too low of a goal. Let's see. How about getting top 8 at the prefectural tournament?
さすがひなた。理想が高いな。
そうですか？
How many people are competing? Yeah. Our prefecture is packed with top FC clubs. People even say winning here is harder than winning the nationals.
そうだったんですか。私、楽しみになってきました。
I like that attitude. Okay, let's focus on the basics for now. It's best not to get into any matches until you have a handle on flying.
わかりました。
Let's see. We'll focus on fundamentals until the end of Golden Week. That may not be very fun, but it's important.
頑張ります。
We don't have a calendar in this game, right? So I have no idea when this is. I know Golden Week is supposed to be 3, 4, 5 of May? Or was it June? I think May. Heck, might even be April, sorry.
私も頑張るぞ。
私も。
おっしゃ、やってやるぜ。
I finished setting up buoys over the ocean. Okay, so someone does have to set up the buoys. I've been really thinking about that for the past, what, 2 episodes? About how the hell those buoys are there sometimes. I thought they were just there just so that people can, you know, do random matches sometimes at that specific area. So I thought it was just like a playing field. Then approach everyone as they're warming up. Okay, we'll start with field flying.
はい。フィールドフライって何ですか？
Probably just like a sprint, Asuka. Flying along the lines that form the field. The most important thing for you to learn is how to maintain your form.
そんなことしてないでバチバチやり合おうよ。
No. Basics first, remember? Plus, this'll help me decide on your graph shoe settings. Now listen, you don't have to fly fast. The thing I need to see is how well you follow the lines. So don't stray too far off the path.
はーい。わかりました。頑張ります。
Oh, Prez. Just so we're clear, make sure you don't bump into any of the others when you pass them.
わかってる。
Same goes for the rest of you. Make sure you warn the person in front of you before passing them.
はーい。
ありゃ。
Hey, it's nice to see that the guys also have sprites. Man, this is the first time I think we saw his graph shoes. They look freaking military grade. Kinda seem like an armor that you wear for battle. Prez is really good at flying in a straight line. Unfortunately, his turns at the buoys are pretty bad.
あら、なんか傾いちゃいます。
Asuka is trying to fly straight, but she keeps banking to the right. Maybe she's tensing up her right shoulder too much. I feel like her form was better during her match with that Satoin person.
おかしいな。
Mashiro's having the same problem as Asuka. What's different is that she's trying to correct herself, which makes her stumble constantly. A very hectic and flustered way of flying.
うわ、何これ。全然まっすぐいかないんだけど。
Her shoes are also pretty bulky looking. Misaki's a total disaster. She can't fly even remotely straight. Instead, she's just reeling around without any semblance of balance. Her shoes must be making it pretty hard for her. But still, even accounting for that, she's doing a terrible job. After about 15 minutes, I call everyone down again.
結構疲れますね。ですね。普通の暮らしで飛ぶよりもずっと緊張します。
I don't even want to find out how tired you guys in real track running.
全身がバキバキでもう
That was quick.
でもこのブラシを征服してると思えば
Hard to tell whether she's a masochist or a sadist.
はーい麦茶を用意してるから飲んでね水分補給は大切だよ
やったー、終わり終わり、麦茶飲んで終了だ。
We're moving on to the next exercise once you finish your drinks.
終わりじゃないの？
You've been doing, like, what? Exercise for 15 minutes? Of course not! It's only been 15 minutes. Who in their right mind only practices for 15 minutes? Next, we'll spice up our field flying. Whenever you pass someone, you have to touch their back. And the person who's about to be touched can't try to escape.
どうして逃げちゃダメなんですか
I guess it's to make us get used to the repulsion. This will help you recover faster when you're thrown off balance in a dogfight. Should hopefully help give you the edge in a real match.
ということはタッチされた後にすぐに姿勢を戻してまっすぐ飛ぶように努力すればいいんですね
Exactly. Remember, you can spread your arms and legs to help with that.
ブラシのお店で私がやったみたいにですか
Yeah.
ふーん、さっきよりは楽しそうだね。
Prez, you'll probably end up touching the others a lot during this exercise, but try to keep your speed down. They'll be sent flying if you hit them at full speed.
兄ちゃんはすぐに自分に夢中になるから不安だな
俺だって部長としてみんなのために努力するつもりだ任せておけゆっくり飛ぶぜ
Okay, let's get started. What can I say? It's turning out exactly as I expected. Asuka and Masha are getting flung around so much that it's almost funny. And each time, they get all flustered and can hardly recover. Kinda looks like they're drowning midair.
よっと、部長、もっと強くタッチしてくれてもいいですよ。
I don't think it's supposed to be the touching that's stronger, Misaki. It's the fact that he's accelerating faster when he's touching you. On the other hand, Misaki's recovery speed is incredible. She's struggling to fly in a straight line, but it takes her no time to return to her default state. She mentioned having experience, but I forgot to ask how much. Misaki's the type of person who's good at everything, but I'm still left surprised by how good she is already. God, is this gonna be another, self-derisive flashback Messiah? An unpleasant image from the past runs through my mind. There was a player who could easily recover no matter how much I chipped away at his speed and threw him off balance. She reminds me of a lot of that guy. Just thinking about that makes my throat run dry. No time to think about that now. It's only the first day, so I'll end practice here. Better to start off slow. Don't want to overwork them. I've also grasped everyone's strengths and weaknesses by now, which means I have some work to do on my end. What's that? Seems like someone's approaching from above.
あ、先生だ
Turns out it's Aoi-san. She descends over to me in her graph shoes.
ちゃんと練習してるみたいだな。だけど初日から無理させちゃダメだぞ。
I kinda want to see her graph shoes myself. I know. I was just about to call it a day.
ちょっとした報告があるんだ。
Oh?
もう練習終わるんだろ。制服に着替えてから集合だ。
Got it.
机の上が女子好みだな。
Ah, this is pretty nice.
やっぱりほらこういう雰囲気じゃないと部活も楽しくないですからね
Aw, they have so many snacks, jeez. I'm pretty hungry myself right now. But I will eat once I'm done recording and editing the video.
青柳が部長だからもっと筋肉っぽい部室かと思ってた。
I can totally see that.
俺はそこら辺こだわらないですよもっともっと乙女な部屋にしてもらっても平気だ
What the hell is sorority? You don't need to sound so enthusiastic.
さあさあ、先生もお菓子食べてくださいよ。これ美味しいですよ。
そんな風に媚びを売っても成績には響かないぞ。
This game isn't even gonna touch about their school, are they?
いやいや、単純に先生が食べてないと食べづらいってだけのことですよ。
そうですそうです。萎縮しちゃいます。
She's not wrong. She is very thin.
そうは見えないけど、そこまで言うならいただこうかな。
So, what's the good news?
あ、それな。ゴールデンウィークは高藤学園と一緒に合宿すると決まったから、練習試合をどんどんやっていく。
Is that Satoine's academy? What?
高藤学園？
なんでそんなに驚く？
And yeah, Ichinose is probably gonna be there. Well, I mean, just think about it. No one other than Press can even fly yet. Matches are out of the question.
最低限試合ができる程度まで飛べるようにするのがお前の仕事だろ。
How much time do we got? Still,
初心者だからこそ試合をした方がいいんだよ。試合でしかわからないことは早めに知っておいた方がいい。
you have a point, but
それに締め切りがあった方がやる気が出るだろ。じっくりと基礎をやろうだなんて考えてたらいつまで経っても本気になれないぞ。
I mean, you're not wrong. You sure about that?
本気にならないと基礎も身につかないだろう。
Sure, they might learn faster that way, but why is she so focused on us taking this seriously?
ま、合宿は決定だからな。無茶だと思ってもそれにしがみついてやってみるんだ。
Fine. I'll make sure they're good enough to at least compete. Ah, this is probably why Ichinose was angry. It's probably because the arrangement is so forced.
頑張ります。
いきなり試合ができるなんて楽しみ。普通の練習よりそういうのが好きだな。
私はちょっと不安です。
She said she's anxious about this.
やってみないといつまでも不安なままだぞ。
I guess there are things you can only learn by doing, but still.
さて、先ほどの練習を見ていたが、
Aoi-san looks at Misaki, she says that.
素人にしてはいい動きするじゃないか。
ありがとうございます。
Misaki's no beginner. She has some FC experience.
なるほどな。どうりで。それと、暮らしなも良かったぞ。
ありがとうございます。
She calls Asuka's flopping and flailing good. What's with the laugh?
最初から名コーチはいないってこと。みんなを成長させるってことは、自分も成長しなきゃいけないってことを理解しなよ。
I mean, complimenting someone is a good way to motivate them, but I don't know, straight up lying like that, Aoi-san. I feel like that's not really encouraging. What does that have to do with Asuka?
関係あったのかも。ま、ちゃんと見てあげなさい。私が口出しばかりしていたら、マサヤのためにならないからな。
My bad. She actually says that so much, even though there's only 2 sentences. Okay?
それじゃ、みんな頑張るように。
And now, that's all she says. She didn't even say that second part of the sentence. She just says, you know, good luck. Aoi-san gets up, stretches a little, and then flies off toward the sports ground. What was she trying to say? Not like it matters, I guess. Right now, my job is to get all our members ready for real matches by Golden Week. I have to at least teach them how to do high yo-yos and low yo-yos. What the fuck is that? We can't go to that training camp as complete amateurs. We'll only hold Takafuji Academy back if we do. Wait a minute. This is starting to sound really familiar. A sudden training camp with Takafuji Academy.
部活でちょっと納得でき きないことがありまして、それも部内の問題ではなくて、他校の勝手な都合に先輩たちが振り回されてしまうことになって。マサヤさん、顔が引きつって体も震えてるような。大丈夫ですか？
Yeah, I'm trembling. Trembling with excitement, that is. Never thought we'd get to train with Takafuji Academy. They're real famous around these parts. For some reason, Ichinose's solemn face flashes through my mind. The girl's so earnest that she even waited outside my front door this morning to thank me for my help last night. It has to be a coincidence. There's no way this is all connected. Well, this is a game, Messiah. Coincidences happen because the creator wills it. I can't let that get me down. My top priority right now is getting these girls into fighting shape. I have a bad feeling about this, but for now, I'll shake it off. Need to keep everyone motivated. Let's put our backs into this. Is this really gonna be alright? Asuka's one thing, but Misaki and Mashiro worry me. They seem nowhere near as motivated as her. Right. Man, I'm going to have to completely change my plans for tomorrow. Now I've got to explain advanced FC skills to people who can't even fly properly. Well, explaining them is the easy part. Actually learning to perform them is a whole nother story. Whole other story. There's also a ton of other stuff I have to do. Need to make sure they know all the rules, as well as basic strategy. Plus, we need to pencil in time to practice all this. I was gonna say what the hell is pencil in time, but I guess slip in time to practice. Why did Aoi-san schedule such an unreasonable training camp? There's no time to actually prepare for it. Hmm? Did you say something? Oh, okay. Sorry. I was lost in thought. How'd you guess? Are we not flying with the others? I see. I was trying not to let my worry show, but I guess I'm a bad actor. Need to work on my poker face. Please don't give up on me, huh? In Japanese, she says, "Don't abandon me," which is, I guess, give up. You know, it's similar. Give up on you? I'd never. I catch myself before I finish that sentence. She's probably worried that she forced me into all this by asking for my help. From Asuka's perspective, I didn't choose to be her coach, which is why she's worried about me sticking around. Add that onto how worried I must look, and it's only natural that she thinks I might quit. I've already failed as a coach if I'm making my team feel uneasy. Don't worry. That was a very weird don't worry. Don't worry, I'm in this for the long haul. You bet. I'll make you carry around a tire as you fly. That's for you to find out. But hey, I promise to make sure you at least enjoy it. I smile at Asuka. I'd be a bad coach if I only made you suffer. Asuka returns my smile. Probably the most important thing, Asuka. Like, one of my mottos is that if you're not having fun with something, you gotta try to learn to make it fun. And if it's still not fun, that's when you quit. Fun, huh? Maybe I need to find a fun in coaching. Just don't blame me if things get tough.
んですね。
Guess I'll really have to drill it into your body. There's no way around it.
わかりました。コーチ、私の体をいじめてください。
You know, you should really think before you speak. Well, whatever. Keep up the good work tomorrow.
頑張ります。
Glad she's so into all this.
頑張れます。
She softly touches the hair tie she's using for her side ponytail as she says that. Almost feels like she's making some kind of vow. That hair tie is designed to look like a feather. It really fits someone as bubbly as Asuka. But for a second, something about it gave me the chills. That's... She just said, damn it. Damn you, localization. No, just wondering if touching your hair tie is some kind of habit. Asuka laughs awkwardly. Seems she's embarrassed.
そうですね。ちょっとしたおまじないなんです。
I see.
ですです。元気を出すためにみたいな感じで。
I think she says, it makes me feel better instead of a personal treasure. I know that treasure is supposed to be takaramono in Japanese. I see.
そろそろ着きますね。
The terminal comes into view.
明日から忙しくなりますね。
Yup, and you better keep up.
コーチ、
So we are flying alone. I guess those two are on a different area in town. Asuka's reply is full of energy. That's good. There's almost no time until the training camp. Luckily, there's a clear-cut deadline. That makes it easy to work out a schedule. Everything is going just as Miss Kagami planned. It's frustrating that I'm dancing to her tune, but I'll have to put up with it for now. Just need to focus on the upcoming training camp. Wow, already the end of the second episode?
突然決まった高藤との合同合宿。なんかいいよね、お泊まりって。美味しいご飯食べられるかもしれないし。でも心配性のマサヤは一人で悩んでるっぽい。そこへ突然現れた最強のスカイウォーカー、進藤さんって言うんだけど。
Damn, that guy looks epic.
何を話してたんだろう。次回、青の彼方のフォーリズム第3話、ライバルたち。彼方の向こうに何かが見える。
I actually think this is a good place to end the episode. Surprisingly, I think every 2 episodes is going to be an episode in the game. I do enjoy those, upcoming episode, preview. It's kind of like watching an anime. This game has an anime, but I probably will try to watch it when I'm done with the, at least main playthrough or something. I think I'll probably like this game enough to try to do all the routes. It's very enjoyable so far. And if the game actually makes me, compete against different people on each route, I feel like that's actually super exciting. Since the sports actually feel very interesting. But I'm a geek, like I said. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. Which, for this game in particular, probably won't be coming until episode 10 or at least 12, I assume. So, I will see you guys on the next one.